Hello, buddy. Welcome to no, wait, no. Hello, buddy. Welcome to Stalker Clear Sky. Now I'm starting with Stalker Clear Sky in the order of, you know, I'm just playing them in order of the story or something, and not the order of when they came out. Also, I just noticed that the title of this is right here, and not usually it's showing up as a HUD. Also, my FPS is so fucking high, Jesus Christ. I mean, I turn on VSync, but it's just not doing anything. And I'm like between like 1,000 to like 2,500 FPS right now. It's so crazy. Like I can go through these options all I want, you know. I could change this to like this, but I think it's just risky just to change it. I'll change it later. I just changed the quality and the resolution or whatever. I have VSync on. Doesn't seem to want to do anything. I did turn this off. I don't know if I should. We'll see. Anyways, let's press new game and see what we got. Jesus Christ. Why did they do this? Stalker Clear Sky difficulty. Like, I don't know which one's supposed to represent which. Let's see here. I don't know which one's which difficulty is which. Shit. I guess I'll be right back on this. You know what? They're saying they're saying just try master or something because the difficulty is a bit different than how they are. So you know, whatever. I don't know. Let's just try master. Oh my god, the FPS is too big still.
In actual fact, we have nothing to worry about. According to our research, the next emission will not occur for at least 2 months, 4 days and 7 hours. Its intensity will be 3 on the Bergman scale, which is 2.13. Oh god, FPS.
Without going into detail, I must say I have never seen anything like this before. The encephalogram suggests serious damage to the nervous system, but the other indicators couldn't be better. It's astounding.
Perhaps it has something to do with the emission.
Most certainly. Although so far I've been utterly unable to formulate a rational explanation for this abnormality.
Wolf is waking up. You're awake. That's good. Welcome back to the world of the living, Stalker. How are you feeling?
Good.
Do you remember what happened to you?
Oh yeah, I remember leading an expedition through the swamps, bunch of scientists, then the Emmission. That's it. Where am I? Is this heaven? Then why does it look so much like the zone?
In the joking mood, eh? That bodes well for your recovery. I'm Lebedev, the group leader, and I'm responsible for everyone here. That includes you, for as long as you're here. We call ourselves Clear Sky, and you are in our base right now. We picked you up in the swamps after the emission.
Oh, I guess I got lucky then.
Lucky? I doubt it. The facts are these. You survived the emission. That's the first thing I still can't explain. The second thing is that our patrol found you in the swamps, which are essentially endless quicksand. And thirdly, you nearly got torn into shreds by a pack of pseudo-dogs. But our boys got you out just in time. Such a chain of events tells me it's more than just luck. Anyway, I need to finish what I'm doing. So let's continue this conversation later.
I don't know if there are controls yet, but oh my god, the FPS is just jumping up around. But at least they're not in the thousands. Oh, did I have to click to move? Oh really? Is that where the save's going? Oh god. See here. We'll be right back. Okay, so I guess we're just having to deal with the game being just having weird stutters every now and then, because this is not a new game at all, and dealing with the frame rates just going up and down constantly. Unless I just enable the frequency to be at 60 Hz, even though it's not gonna really do much on the monitor wise. Even though after all I am just recording at 60 FPS anyway, 60 Hz, so it's not gonna really do much. But what you're seeing is what I'm seeing.
I'm glad to see you, young man. You look considerably better.
I've seen all types of folk in the zone. Some come here chasing their dreams, some in search in a zone of wonders. Some are just looking for loot. Why does Clear Sky study the zone?
People are mistaken in their belief that they understand the essence of what the zone truly is. Some consider it to be a universal evil, others a wonder sent down to humanity, and others still consider it no more than a source of riches. They are all wrong. The zone is impossible to understand when viewed through the prism of human perception. Moreover, it is far too early for humans to even try. Ergo, the actions of both the government and stalkers with respect to the zone are misguided, and I fear that the potential consequences may be, or indeed are, completely unpredictable. Naturally, this represents a terrible danger. Young man, if only I had the answer to that question. We are studying the zone meticulously in hopes of finding it. The zone... appeared as a result of the actions, let's call them misguided human actions, and we are unable to return to the status quo. The zone cannot be destroyed, nor will it disappear of its own accord. We, Clear Sky, believe that there is only one way to reconcile man with the zone. How can I best explain? Let's put it like this. Any complicated system in nature, and that includes the zone, automatically seeks equilibrium in the absence of destabilizing external factors. That was the case here in recent years. The zone was stable and there were no significant deviations from the norm. And now we've seen a gigantic emission that has changed the face of the zone. The system became unstable, distorted, a glitch of sorts. The zone is spewing out emission after emission and pumping itself full of energy with each one, so much so that the readings on my sensors oscillate with unbelievable speed. And unless we find a way of reversing this trend, the result will be a disaster of far greater proportions than the 1986 catastrophe. The most important lesson in all this is that this glitch is not a product of natural causes. This is human handiwork.
What you know,
That's what we are attempting to find out. Perhaps knowing who disrupted the zone's equilibrium will give us a chance to prevent a disaster. Since man caused this mess in the first place, man may well be the only one able to set it right. In any event, I very much hope that is the case.
In what way exactly? What's the point of the rescue plan?
I fear that question is not one I can answer. I suggest you address it to Lebedev.
Look at all this. When I saw like the store pages, I thought I had to read all this, but apparently I don't. I just have to read this. So this is kind of, I think the early Fallout games had some like this. Actually, they did. Yeah, I think it'll be fine if I can deal with the game having random stutters. Oh, we're in Russia. Okay. Or something. We're somewhere. Oh, it's this type of thing. Great. E and Q do this, and I have to actually press F to interact with everything. So this is the early of this type of thing leading, where it's like not very smooth. It's just like Yeah.
Look who we got visiting our swamps. Hello, Mark. You became quite a legend while you were out of it. Even you wouldn't believe some of the rumors I've heard. Anyways, here's a drink on the house for a lucky son of a gun. It should help you relax and tell me about your adventures, because I'm just dying of curiosity.
There isn't much to tell. I was leading a group of scientists through the swamps when a mission hit. I remember nothing after that. I regained my consciousness here, so what can you tell me about what happened?
Well then, you drink and I'll tell you about this place. It used to be pretty quiet here. We had the paths worked out, the right places explored, and the approach covered. Of course, the swamps ain't exactly spring break material, but it wasn't too bad either. Yeah, it wasn't too bad until the last emission. The biggest we've ever seen. These days our boys pray both to God and the devil before going out of the base. Because getting back alive is a miracle in its own right. But we're managing to hold it together. Because our guys ain't here for loot. They're fighting for a cause.
How did you end up here?
I was collecting bottles one after another and they led me here. I'm kidding, man. Truth is, there was no place for me in that other world. They didn't want me. In the end, I came here. First to the zone, and then to Clear Sky. The guys here are alright, and I need it here. They come back here after a mission, I pour them a drink, tell a few dirty jokes, and my job is done. Simple, but effective. By the way, you call me Cole around here.
About this place. Would you give me a clue as to where we are?
In our base. As you can see, it's a small, sinking farmstead in the middle of romantic, endless swamps. I couldn't tell you where it is exactly, but it's the last place in the zone where you can meet real people. Guys who won't screw you, stab you in the back or let you bleed to death to save a med kit. You know why you've never heard of it? Because too many people want to know about it, and the fewer that do, the better. Lebedev is our leader. The man is a rock if ever I've seen one. He's the glue that holds our whole group together. Then there's Binpolev, Professor Binpolev. He's like a walking encyclopedia and a calculator in one. Knows more about the zone than, well, anyone. Our technician's called Gray. He can make you a rifle out of an empty can with ammo to boot. He could use some spares, but apart from that. And finally, we have Suslov. He's a trader, but he ain't like the others of his trade. He won't try to rip you off or screw you.
Cole,
He knows what
leave the
stuff
mark
is
alone
good
with
to
your
get
dirty
the
jokes.
road and
I need to
respect
see
that.
him.
Well, brother, if Lebedev says he needs to see you, that ain't up for a discussion. Go on, I'll catch you later. Well, next time you're at the swamps, don't be a stranger.
Okay, that was weird. Oh, I don't know where. I'm gonna assume it's like that red thing on the minimap.
А нам что? Мы на подхвате. Вооружены.
Hold up.
Очень, как говорится, очень
Let's see here. Oh, hi.
Got some fresh air? You look better, that's for sure. Let me fill you in on this situation. You're in the Clear Sky base. Don't try to remember who we are. You've never heard of us, and there's a very good reason for that. Our mission is to research the zone. We believe that the zone must be studied and understood so that humanity knows what it is facing here. Understanding is the key to coexisting with the zone. Because if you think about it, the zone is the most wondrous phenomenon humanity has been confronted with in its entire history.
Why are you hiding?
As I said, we are researchers. We are trying to figure out the nature of the zone, determine the reasons which caused it to appear, and formulate the rules that govern its existence. We are not consumed by a quest for money. We don't seek fields of artifacts, and we're not interested in turf wars with other factions. That is why we're hiding here in the swamps and concentrating on our research. Our forte is not combat, but knowledge. Knowledge of the zone, accumulated over years of research. We know more about it than stalkers and the government combined. And our research was finally shaping up into a sound, coherent picture until the massive emission a few days ago.
What was so particular about it? We had emissions before.
No, that emission was incredibly powerful. It was on a level of its own. It was like a hurricane that swept the whole zone, changing it. Everything is different. The well-known and relatively safe areas have become highly radioactive and full of anomalies. But now, you can access parts of the zone that have been unreachable for years. Even the most hardened stalkers don't know what awaits them on their favorite path. The other thing that changed is people, and that became evident right away. The emission destroyed the fragile balance between factions, and they're now warring for territory. In other words, many strange things have happened, and I don't yet fully understand the scale of these changes. It's only been a few days since the emission. If you ask me, the strangest thing of all is that you managed to survive it.
If I knew how I survived, I'll tell you in a second, but I don't remember anything.
I see. How can I help you?
I better leave. I'm probably beat up, but I can still walk and hold a gun. How do I get out of here?
Getting out of here isn't easy, not by a long shot. The swamps are a real maze of reeds and radioactive quicksand, swarming with terrible monsters and human scum. And I don't know which is worse. Only a guide can lead you safely out of here. We only have a handful of them. Guys I would trust with my life without a second thought. Unfortunately, it's not that simple. Because if I let you go, our presence here might not stay a secret for long.
What are you guys trying to say?
We are having a very tough time here recently. The emission reduced the number of anomalies in the swamps, which made the area easily accessible for bandits and other vermin. There's so many of them, they'll be setting up camp in our base soon if we don't do something about it. The problem is that we're not really the fighting type, so we've been steadily losing ground. But you, one look at you, tells me you're a pro in that sort of thing.
This is the second outpost.
Your
We're under attack. I
experience
repeat,
can save
we're
the
under
lives
attack.
of
Help!
many of my... That's enough chit-chat. There's been another attack on our outpost. Help us fight it off. If it makes any difference, some of the boys who saved you are there right now. You still remember how to survive in the zone?
I remember bits and pieces.
Great. Get over to the trader and he'll fit you out with some basic equipment. After that, head straight to the outpost. Once you're outside the base, listen to my advice. I'll try to guide you along.
Okay.
Trader, a fighter is on his way to you. Issue him with all the equipment he'll need for the mission.
Roger that.
Oh, it is AKM 74. Is that basically the AK 74? Oh, okay. A weapon designed in 1974 uses 5.45 by 39 millimeter ammo. It is a simple and reliable weapon, although its low cost of production somewhat compromises its ease of use and accuracy. In the zone, it is the main weapon of the military and many Lone Stalkers. Use ammo. Okay. I guess I have to go the other way around. Somewhere around here. Ah, okay.
You're with us again? Glad to see you. At last. Here, take this basic equipment kit. It's designed specifically for patrol missions.
See here. Okay. Shotgun. Echo detector. Thanks. Hey, is it always this stressful here?
I've been ordered to issue you some equipment. There's no time for questions. The boys need you now.
Yeah, I'm going. Yo.
What you need, Stalker?
So are you ready to go to the outpost? Already. I blindfold you until we get there. You understand? I'm sure we must keep the route secret. Bruh. It's a weird way to hold a knife or...
Mark, there are anomalies ahead. Be careful. Remember, don't move until you've thrown a bolt in front of you.
What? Don't move until you throw a bolt. Well, I have a shotgun. I can just choose it to be my main thing or not. Well, since I have this machine gun, I don't have a lot of ammo for it. Yeah, okay, so this is better set up for now until I get the more ammo for the other gun. Shotgun and pistol for now. The other one's just gonna run out real soon. It's just this little way.
artifacts and anomalies. You can't see them, but detectors spot them easily enough. If you get close enough, your detector will indicate the location of the artifact, and then you just pick it up easy as pie. Keep in mind that your current detector isn't exactly top of the line. It only shows the distance to the artifact.
Just gonna save game. Save 1. Don't know why I have to name it. I'm not told anything. I'm not told anything. Bro. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back.
Merc, there are anomalies ahead. Be careful. Remember, don't move until you've thrown a bolt in front of you.
I don't know what to do about this. It's visible. Like, what, do I shoot it? What? What was that? I don't understand. Damn, you need to at least give me a tutorial first before you do this shit. At least this game tries to use the aim thing, but apparently Halo can't do it.
Find artifacts and anomalies. You can't see them, but detectors spot them easily enough. If you get close enough, your detector will indicate the location of the artifact, and then you just pick it up easy as pie. Keep in mind that your current detector isn't exactly top of the line. It only shows the distance to the artifact.
Christ, I don't know, man. See you. The built-in dagger counter produces an alarm signal when you approach an anomaly. You can also ricochet the presence of an artifact and measure the distance. Just when close to the device registers only radiation and anomalies. To switch to artifact mode, raise the device front cover. I'm just gonna try to stay away.
Oh, by the way, you can sometimes find artifacts and anomalies. You can't see them, but detectors spot them easily enough. If you get close enough, your detector will indicate the location of the artifact, and then you just pick it up easy as pie. Keep in mind that your current detector isn't exactly top of the line. It only shows the distance to the artifact.
No, use it. What? Because that's what they mean by don't move forward until you throw a bolt. But let's see here. Anything else in my inventory? Excuse me? So how do I bring out to the detector? Let's see here. There's no button here to do that. Let's see here. Let's see here. Couch, low couch. Okay, whatever. Fire, zoom, grenade launcher, fire mode, Prius fire mode, PDA, detector is O. Oh, there you go. But wait. Woman. The switch to artifact mode, switch mode, raise the antennas. Okay, then how do you do that? So see here. Yeah, I know. Okay, here we are. This is a interesting game to learn.
Run for the tower! The monsters can't get you there!
I can't run either.
You're right on time, bro. I'm real low on ammo, so let's make the best of it together.
Bro, you have a freaking pistol.
Attention all fighters. An emission is approaching. Get to cover now!
Again. Nope, I'm dead. Also, how the hell do you turn off flashlight? L. I don't need it on. See here. Oh, don't tell me. Okay, where's the stairs? Oh, there they are. Okay, so let's go in here. Hello.
You survived the emission again. I'm not even that surprised. Our boys picked you up not far from the tower when things calmed down a bit. You know, Bien Polev was right. You defy scientific explanation. He believes that you acquired some, let's say, unusual abilities, which help you survive anomalous activity that would literally tear anyone else down to atoms. Also, it looks like something is increasing your body's performance in several areas, to the point where our monitoring equipment goes off the scale. Wait. Don't get too excited. There's always a fly in the ointment. Every emission harms your nervous system, and if this continues, you will die.
Why do emissions occur this often?
A normal emission is the release of energy accumulated in the zone. A discharge, if you like. But what's happening now is completely different. In my opinion, the increasing regularity of these emissions is the zone's response to some sort of serious threat, akin to the response provided by a human immune system. It is difficult to rationally explain coexistence between humans and the zone. The zone tolerates us in some areas and forbids us from going to others. Whatever is beyond the Scorcher and further towards the center of the zone is taboo, a place where stalkers are not supposed to set foot. I think that recent events in the zone are related to the fact that someone broke that taboo and made it past the brain scorcher.
Someone got past the Scorcher? What risks does this pose on the zone?
It's hard to say. To answer that question, I would need to know what's in the center of the zone. Some say the monolith, Others say the wish granter. The more unpretentious ones dream about fields of rare artifacts. I was at the power plant myself, a young specialist at the time, but I don't know what's there now. What I can say is that the Scorcher appeared for a reason. It prevents the center of the zone from being reached. People cannot go beyond the Brain Scorcher.
Okay, is there a real way to pass the Scorcher? Even a theoretical chance?
I didn't think so until the large emission. Hell, nobody thought so. However, if you consider the emissions to be a defensive reaction, then the answer is obvious. Someone made it through the Scorcher, and the emission was the zone's response. And since the emissions haven't stopped, whoever it was must still be alive. The zone is trying to get them, and it's killing everything that's alive in the process.
What is the danger of such frequent emissions?
I know a lot about the zone, but I can't share everything with you. You'll just have to trust me on some things. A system, any system, needs to be in equilibrium. The zone is unstable right now, and this instability is increasing. If the constant emissions aren't stopped, the zone will become so unstable that a new disaster will occur. Which brings us to what Clear Sky is doing. We are trying to prevent that disaster.
Prevent the disaster? You're not even strong enough to fight off bandits.
You're right. But we do know how to prevent a disaster and stop the emissions. And that means something.
Lots of confidence you got there, so what's the plan?
We have to find out who was in the center of the zone and stop them at any price.
And why are you telling me this, of all people?
There's a strange connection between you and the zone. On the one hand, every new emission gradually kills you. On the other hand, you survive in situations where others don't stand a chance. My gut feeling tells me that your abilities, your gift, your curse, call it what you will, they mean you can get through places that others wouldn't even dream of. And at the moment, we need to act very quickly.
Not sure I want to jump right in the thick of things. Why do I have to take part in all this?
I knew you'd ask that. The answer is simple. If the emissions aren't stopped, your nervous system will burn out and you'll die. Help us and you'll save yourself. Now this may sound like a line from a corny movie, but you really don't have a choice.
Those my options are pretty limited.
Unfortunately, yes. So, will you help us? Then listen carefully. We have made use of all our contacts and connections in the zone. As a result, we know that a certain stalker at the Cordon was asking Sidorovich about some very strange components. That's all we have for the moment. But it's a lead.
That'll be fine. How do I reach the
Through
corridor?
the swamps, of course, how else? But remember what I said. After the emission, a whole army of all kinds of scum turned up in the area. Now they control almost everything. We are under siege, and I'm not exaggerating one bit. So before we can help you get to the Cordon, we have to regain control of the swamps. And with your help, I think we should be able to do it.
Understood. Wait a minute. Reaching the Great Swamp is easy. Our guides will lead you out if you want to actually survive here. You need to learn about the current tactical situation and your PDA's new features, so if you're curious about any of that, just ask. What's the tactical situation like? In a word, shit. In two, deep shit. Our fighters can hardly hold the Great Swamp. They're being constantly pushed back by bandits and monsters. The enemies simply outnumber us. What must be done to gain control over the swamps? Reduce the enemy numbers, or, to put it simply, shoot down as many possible of those who are shooting at us. If we don't, our fighters will have no choice of securing the swamp. What are you doing here? Trying to get some rest. Assembling pieces of information that the guys bring me. Consulting our valiant leader. You see, we guides are clear skies eyes and ears at the swamp. Tell me about my PA's new features.
Your main guide is the objective section. Your main objective is displayed here, together with a selected additional objective. There can be several additional objectives which you can cycle through using these buttons. Most objectives are also displayed on the map, with the exception of rare occasions when your objectives cannot be located. We will need your help with not only destroying the enemy, but also capturing key positions. In these situations, our fighters will be grateful if you provide covering fire as they capture a position. By the way, don't ignore calls for help. Our boys' lives could be at stake. Hovering over a mark on the map will display additional information. In addition to your objectives, friendly units and identified enemies will also be displayed on the map. Okay, as I'm sure you understand, our main objective is to establish control over the swamps. And that means a war against the aggressor. This section allows you to access tactical information about combat operations at any time. Information about your current faction is displayed on the left. Right now, that's us. Clear sky. Information about the main enemy is displayed on the right. This shows our approximate combat strength. This shows how many fighters we have. And this is our equipment supply.
Oh, yikes.
Similar indicators are also shown for our enemy. Finally, this field allows you to see the current strategic mission as well as tactical objectives that must be achieved in order to complete the strategic mission. Completed strategic missions will be displayed at the bottom. The last tab allows you to view your current relations with all factions, as well as each faction's combat strength. Your personal stats are also displayed here. That's pretty much it.
Okay. What can you offer me? Go an extra mile, find the dead soldier's backpack, and you'll get your expenses back with interest. How much is it send me back? 400. Are you crazy? I don't have that much cash. Well, come back when you have enough. So what actually is in there? No idea. Okay. Go back to the swamps with the guide. Ask the guide to take you back to the swamp. Flash drive with extra silver lights, color body armor. What? Oh. Oh, this is all the camp. Okay. That's somewhere else.
Visitor? I'll be right there.
Oh, welcome, guest from foreign lands. What come you with? A bursting purse? Prized exotic wonders?
Neither, unfortunately. I got hit by a mission and barely survived. Totally empty now. The mission seems to have scattered all of my goodies all over the swamps.
Yeah, I heard your story. I reckon the main thing is that you're still alive. Stuff is easy enough to replace, so long as the zone is kind to you. So, you gonna trade, or you got some questions for me?
Yeah. Even at the swamps, in a hush point like this one, there's a place for a trader. What do you know?
That's the sort of people we are. You can't buy an extra 15 minutes of life, or a spare store from death. But us traders are needed everywhere, even in the zone, even in the swamps, and even underground. It's an illusion that the zone is under lock and key, and the army has all the ways in and out sealed. Think about it. Nowadays, artifacts and rare specimens from the zone can be found all over the world. And your fellow stalkers never have a shortage of canned meat, vodka, ammo, or equipment. Somebody's got to be responsible for all that, right? Well, that's where we come in. In this place, it ain't like selling bootleg CDs on the outside with the cops up your ass every damn day. Around here, the situation is very simple. The outside world has an interest in the zone and vice versa. But it's officially forbidden, prohibited, and all that bullshit. That's what we're here for. We make sure all those interests are satisfied and everybody's happy. There's a joke among traders that if someone points a gun at you, your best bet is to try to buy it off them.
I see, except it seems to me that your business isn't doing very well.
Let's not talk about it. You have no idea how tired I am of peddling these trinkets. There's a ton of ordinary artifacts out there, but the best tidbits pass this place by. I haven't had a unique item in my store for ages.
Why the limited selection?
Who knows? Maybe stalkers have already found everything there is to find. Man, getting behind the Scorcher would be a dream. I heard you can get enough artifacts there to last you a lifetime. Provided your life doesn't end there and then. It's about time us traders joined forces and used our connections to find a way of getting past that thing.
You aren't the only ones looking in that direction.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, listen, I told you too much as it is. Time is money. So if you want to trade, go ahead. If not, I'll see you around.
Alternatively? Watch out on the cover money.
Drop in next time you're in our neck of the woods.
I'm not selling this. So trade a shotgun with a hunting. Oh, it has a hunting rifle? Is that what? It's still a shotgun though. Accuracy, da da da. How so? Oh. Okay, best I don't do any of that. Yet. Holy moly. What's this? You need to capture and hold the object indicated. See there anything else around here? Go to the swamps. Go to the garage. Holy guacamole, there's like a lot around here.
Эти-то все, а? Присосались к зоне как пиявки. Лишь бы деньги, а какой ценой все равно. А кому-то еще и
Message log.
Вон как долго в самом сволочном.
See here. Flash drive with a data on super light killer armor. Okay. Another couple bar material. And what? I have to go back upstairs. Put that in. See what we got. right
Can I help you? I'm glad to see you, young man. You look considerably better. You already have a basic understanding of some things, while others will necessitate a more detailed explanation. The inexplicable fact is that twice you were affected by emissions and survived. Clearly, you were not subjected to the peak of these emissions because you most certainly would have been killed. However, it does appear that you are able to survive emission levels that are lethal in others. That is the general outline of what took place.
Yeah, I ain't fine to
It's true some of your abilities, such as motor skills, reaction and endurance, improve rapidly after the emission. It seems that the emission supplied your body with energy. Conversely, this brief period of strength is followed by a sharp decline in your well-being, the effects of which you are currently experiencing. Finally, I'm going to tell you something you already know. The emissions are destroying your nervous system. If they keep reoccurring, you will die, or what's worse, lose your intelligence and your very self.
Can you stop the destruction of my nervous system?
Regrettably, no. The best I can do for you is to reduce the negative impact of emissions on your body. I am currently concluding a series of tests, and after Lebedev confirms the results, I will be in a position to carry out the necessary procedures. However, I would like to stress once again the fact that this is not a panacea. It will not solve the problem. All you are getting now is a little more time until the point when your nervous system begins to break down.
Can you do anything else for me?
Alas, that is all. The only other thing I can do for you is answer any questions you may have.
I see all types of folks in the zone. Some come here chasing their dreams, some searching the zone of wonders, and some are looking for loot. Why does I study the zone?
People are mistaken in their belief that they understand the essence of what the zone truly is. Hopefully, my answers will be of help to us all.
I figured we've been talking about that one. I don't know what to do with this USB at all. I don't know what you can do with this. I'm sorry, but the silver light colored. Yeah, I don't know what to do about it. I'll probably find out later. But anyways, I think that'll be it for now. So anyways, I'll see you next time. So good day and goodbye.